Good evening. Welcome to Sri Veda IT. This is DS Prasad, an AI engineer. Today we are going to start our first concept of the recursion that is called as what is recursion. So recursion is nothing but recursion is a programming technique in which a function calls itself to solve a smaller version of the same problem until a stopping condition or base case is reached. Now let's write that definition. So recursion is a programming technique. So programming, so technique in which a function call itself. So the same function is calling itself to solve a version, smaller version of the same problem. So whatever the problem, so we have taken the problem, same problem until a stopping condition. So stopping condition. So this is also called as termination condition, which is nothing but base case. So base case is reached. So this is the definition. So recursion is a programming technique in which a function calls itself to solve a smaller version of the same problem until a stopping condition like base case is reached. Or so there is another definition is also there. A function calling a function calling itself again and again, a function calling itself again and again until a condition. So until a condition, so condition becomes false. So becomes false. So is called recursion. Okay. A function calling itself again and again until a base condition or base case becomes false is nothing but called as a recursion. So nothing but called as recursion. Here we'll see with respect to the example. Actually, see that I'm writing just one function. So def print numbers. So print numbers. I'm going to print the numbers. So from here. Okay. So here, this is a def is a keyword and print numbers is a recursion function name. And here n is nothing but a parameter. Like I want to specify the number n. After that, I want to write the base case. If n is equals to 0, return. So here I am not writing anything here. Return in the sense means it will return none. Otherwise, so here I'm going to call that print numbers. Okay. Print numbers of n minus 1 and print. I'm going to call that n. And after that, I'm going to so call this function outside of the function, right? To get the result. So print numbers. So print numbers and then specify that parameter n. Here, what is the meaning of this program is I'm going to enter 5. So whenever I'm going to enter that number 5, here what is happening means see that this is a base case. Okay. As from the definition point of view, it is a programming technique in which a function calls itself. See that print n is calling itself or not. Here it is calling itself. It is calling itself. But to solve a smaller problem, here n is there. The smaller problem is n minus 1 version of the same program until a stopping condition where n is equals to 0 and we are going to stop that one. Okay. This is called as a recursion. This is called as a recursion. What is the output for this means 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. Okay. So the output for this is so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the thing. Okay. So how I got this output, all these things we will learn one by one in the upcoming session. Okay. And here every recursive function. So recursive function has two parts. Has two parts. So one is nothing but called as base case or condition. So base case or condition. Second one is so recursive call. So recursive call or case or condition. Condition. So we will learn one by one about it in the next section. Okay. Thank you. So please like, share, and subscribe.